Hello. In case this is your first time here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bob and I thank you for joining me. I hope you're doing great and have made yourself comfortable and at home here at my place. Hopefully you will find this video very informational and entertaining. If you feel the need, you can always pause the video and steep your tea bag and make a triple-decker peanut butter and jelly sandwich, ha ha ha, and I don't mind if you smoke here either, just watch the upholstery. I'm going to speak to you about a tool that you can use for free to see if any of your passwords have been published online, which could mean big problems for you. But first off, here are some reasons and statistics on password hacking and vulnerability and why you should create stronger passwords and how to do it. Hacking social media accounts has never been easier. Attackers take advantage of poor password hygiene and usually hijack an account and hold it for ransom. It's difficult to get the real picture, but according to Facebook, accounts are hacked 600,000 times a day. And even worse, 80% of all cybersecurity attacks involve a weak or stolen password. Poor social media security habits open the door to allow malicious attackers the opportunity to access major facets of their users' lives. These include work accounts and data, credit card information, email accounts, even your social security number. The leaking of the information can cause major consequences to you or your organization, including identity theft, the lost trust of your followers, tarnished brand reputation, and worse, your accounts assisting the expansion of a malicious phishing scam or exploit. So let us look at email phishing, shall we? Let me show you how these unscrupulous pieces of shit get your password. The phishing attack. No, this is not when someone throws a rotten carp at you, ha 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 ha. Pardon me. Sometimes I make myself laugh. Phishing, pronounced
phishing,
is an email scam designed to acquire sensitive information from people. The most successful phishing emails are designed to look like the email comes from a reputable source such as a known person or entity. Everyday people around the world like school faculty, adult store staff, students, office workers, prostitutes and others are often the target of attempts to gain login credentials or personal information through phishing scams that may claim to be coming from a certain website or department. For instance, sometimes the email looks like FaceCrook has sent it and when opened it reads that Janet McCluskey has liked the dick pic you sent her last Friday night. Please log in to see Janet's profile. So you must click a link to go to your account, but it doesn't look right. Close but not really. The page looks, shall we say, different. Like that time you bought a pair of blue Adidas basketball shorts with the white stripes in Chinatown and when you got home you found out they were labeled Abibis. This is when shit gets stupid, so you delete that email and call Janet and see what's up. Good job, Maynard. These are fraudulent attempts and should not be replied to or acted upon, no matter how enticing. Because Janet McCluskey does not like your dick. And actually lives in Nigeria. And his real name is Chief Cassie Makeyu. Why would a hacker want to break into my Facebook account when there is nothing of any real value there? You may think again. Your seemingly harmless information such as holiday photos, latest purchases and restaurant reviews can be a gold mine when they end up in the wrong hands. Cyber crooks are more and more interested in getting hold of this information as we get increasingly comfortable with sharing every aspect of our lives with each other online. The time has come when tightening our grip around our personal details is highly advisable. When it comes to being cautious online, keep information that hackers could use to get credit info safe. Date of birth, mother's maiden name, first pet, city you were born in are all common phrases used by credit card companies. Don't put it all out on social. People don't take social media seriously when it comes to security, but they give up so much personal information to the networks that when they are hacked, it can get nasty very quickly. Never use the same password on all your social media networks. You're just making it too easy. Use acronyms if you need to remember the password for each network. These all seem like obvious things to practice, yet many of us fail to do so. Don't use email for logins for websites, not Twitter or Facebook. It may seem easy and smart at the time, but if you get hacked, they'll have access to everything. Even more important, the site you register for using your Facebook credentials can potentially collect information through the authorization phase that you may not want shared. Chances are that the hacker can easily guess one of your employees' passwords. It's actually easy to do. Here's how. Forget what you've seen on TV or in movies. Hackers don't have to do brilliant things to get into your systems. They don't need big calculations, psychologic genius, or devices under the desk that relay your password to a remote user. Why bother when it's so easy to get your passwords by a quick guess? You have certainly heard of the hacking of Equifax, the company that stores almost everyone's key financial data. The hackers used a simple technical exploit to get into the Equifax system. That could have easily been avoided by keeping the software up to date. But what you might have missed was a second Equifax hack that happened with the servers in South America. The hackers got in by guessing the password of a key server. What was it? It was password. Yes. That simple.
What is it now?
Dave, it happened again, man. Like, they hacked in, they changed my settings, they got into my accounts, my social media, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram.
I keep telling you, man, you gotta be more original with your passwords.
I thought I was.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I did, Dave.
Well, let's go back to some of the recent gems we've had. What? Right. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then there was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, I didn't think anyone would get that.
And then we went to, what was it, QWERTY.
Yeah, it's the first row of the
keyboard. Yes, I know that. So does the rest of the planet. And then there was Astafig. Astafig.
Yeah.
One row down from QWERTY. Then you went for the old-time classic password, which of course is password. And then you went super original with Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon. Like, who's gonna guess that?
Kevin, your avatar on Facebook is a dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Then my personal favorite, Let Me In.
You gotta admit, that's a little bit funny.
Yeah.
And original.
No.
Oh, I like that one.
Yes, so did the hackers.
Oh, someone just changed my LinkedIn profile picture to a hammer. How the heck?
I am Superman.
Oh, crap.
Year after year we see lists of the most popular passwords. A recent list of the top 10 went like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. QWERTY. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 1 1 1 1 1. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Password. 1 2 3 1 2 3. 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. You can see why hackers don't have to be geniuses to get a password to get into your system. In the old days when you needed the physical computer on premises to get into the system, these passwords were an annoying weakness. In the days when your key corporate systems are almost always connected to the internet, this is a crucial exposure. Why do people have simple passwords? They have them so they can remember them. They see these lists of numbers and symbols and think that they can never remember that. Or in some cases, companies insist that users change the passwords regularly. So people come up with simple to remember passwords. Again, easy to guess. In fact, hackers don't even have to remember all the easy-to-guess passwords. They can download the lists and programs that will automatically try them till they get a winner. This is called a brute force attack. Make it stop, it's easier than you think. You need to have different passwords for personal and corporate passwords. Social media passwords must never be used in corporate systems. You don't need a list of characters that you can't remember. Experts say that two unrelated words with unpredictable capitalization and a few unusual characters can create a strong enough password to at least make hacking more challenging. For example, I might have used but no longer use bad yellow 29 a bad yellow 29. Two words and the number 29. Easy to remember. Only change your passwords when there is a threat you feel that could have been compromised. Doing it weekly or monthly is not necessarily if it only leads to easy-to-guess passwords. If you have a system that is so critical that you feel you need an absolutely unguessable password, use a password generator like LastPass to generate and remember the passwords for you. You can have unique passwords for all systems, but you will need one really good password to get into your password system. I want to explain a term that goes along with password cracking, account hijacking, denial of access, and my favorite one, the man-in-the-middle attack, which is also known as session hijacking. That term is called Pwned. It is spelled Pwn, and it can be used to describe many situations in various arenas of life. When someone pwns you, then become pwned, which is spelled Pwned. Undoubtedly you have heard of the group called Anonymous. Well, they're famous for pwning. My focus now is to define it with a slant towards accounts, passwords, and websites. Please don't get pissed, but I'm going to use Wikipedia to help give a better visual. After all, isn't that what Wikipedia is for? So here we go. Pwn is considered elite speak. Elite speak is a system of modified spellings and verbiage used primarily on the internet for many phonetic languages. It uses some ASCII characters to replace Latinate characters in ways that play on the similarity of the glyphs via reflection or other resemblance. Pwn means to appropriate or to conquer, to gain ownership. The term implies domination or humiliation of a rival, used primarily in the internet-based video game culture to taunt an opponent who has just been soundly defeated. Ha ha, you just fucking got pwned. In script kiddie jargon, own means to compromise, to control, specifically another computer, server, a PC, website, gateway device, or application. It is synonymous with one of the definitions of hacking or cracking, including iOS jailbreaking. The PWNIE Awards are awarded by a group of security researchers. Popularity of the term among teenagers rose in the mid-2000s, with the spread from the internet written form to use in spoken language. And now we come to the website called Have I Been Pwned, where you can check if you have an account that has been compromised in a data breach. Here you can enter your email address and see if anything comes of it. There is a lot of useful information here. At the bottom section there are lists of organizations that have had breaches. You can enter your email and get notified when future pwnage occurs and your account is compromised. You can perform a domain search, which allows you to find all email addresses on a particular domain that have been caught up in any of the data breaches currently in the system. Before you can perform a domain search, you need to verify that you control the domain you're searching. If you cannot verify that you control the domain, you'll not be able to search for breached email addresses on it. And of course you can sign up to be notified of any future breaches in a particular domain. You can find out who's been pwned. by scrolling down the list. Pwned passwords are 517,238,891 real-world passwords previously exposed in data breaches. This exposure makes them unsuitable for ongoing use as they're at much greater risk of being used to take over other accounts. The searchable online below as well as being downloadable for use in other online system. Who is behind Have I Been Pwned? Troy Hunt, a Microsoft Regional Director and Most Valuable Professional Awardee for Developer Security, blogger at TroyHunt.com, international speaker on web security and the author of many top-rating security courses for web developers on Pluralsight. He created HIBP as a free resource for anyone to quickly assess if they may have been put at risk due to an online account of theirs having been compromised or PWNED in a data breach. I wanted to keep it dead simple to use and entirely free so that it could be of maximum benefit to the community. Short of the odd donation, all costs for building, running and keeping the service currently come directly out of my own pocket. Fortunately, today's modern cloud services like Microsoft Azure make it possible to do this without breaking the bank. This site came about after what was, at the time, the largest ever single breach of customer accounts, Adobe. I often did post-breach analysis of user credentials and kept finding the same accounts exposed over and over again, often with the same passwords, which then put the victims at further risk of their other accounts being compromised. The FAQs page goes into a lot more detail, but all the data on this site comes from breaches where data is exposed to persons that should not have been able to view it. This site serves two primary purposes for me. Firstly, it obviously provides a service to the public. Data breaches are rampant and many people don't appreciate the scale of frequency with which they occur. By aggregating the data here, I hope that it not only helps victims learn of compromises of their accounts, but also highlights the severity of the risks of online attacks on today's internet. Secondly, the site provided me with an excellent use case for putting a number of technologies through the paces and keeping my hands-on skills somewhat current. Projects like this are an excellent way of staying relevant as my day job increasingly focuses more on software management and less on actually building things, which I happen to love doing. It's been an enormously fulfilling journey that I've invited others to join me on by way of often blogging in depth about the process, something I intend to keep up as the site inevitably evolves over time.